How much does it really cost to finish a basement? You've been staring at that unfinished basement for years, wondering what it would take to turn it into the kind of space your family actually uses. A cozy family room, a home office, a guest suite, a play zone. Whatever you imagine, it starts with understanding the biggest question of all. What will refurbishing your basement cost? Let's break it down in a way that's clear, realistic, and actually useful for your planning. First, keep size in mind. When we talk about basement remodel costs, one of the first things you need to know is that size matters. A small 400 square foot space might run you a few $1,000s, while a 1,000 square foot basement, a size that could comfortably sleep guests or host a full media room, often ranges in the teens to even low 20,000s, depending on what you include. That number might feel like a range because there's a lot packed into that remodel definition. Are we talking about finishing rough concrete walls and floors? Or reworking the layout with plumbing, insulation, lighting, and heating? Those choices matter when it comes to your budget and your timeline. Next, define your scope. Let's talk about types of basements. Not all basement projects start in the same place. An unfinished basement, just bare walls, exposed beams, and little else, needs the most work. You're starting from scratch, which means framing, insulation, drywall, often mechanical upgrades like HVAC and electrical. That level of work typically falls into the higher end of the budget because there's no existing finish work to build on. A partially finished basement, on the other hand, might already have floors, drywall, or lighting. That's a major head start and can often save you significant cost compared to a full start over. Then, compare your cost drivers. Let's unpack what actually drives cost in a basement project. First, labor. The specialists you bring in, contractors, plumbers, electricians, are skilled professionals who keep your space safe and code compliant. Their time adds up, but it also ensures quality and peace of mind. For many projects, labor is one of the largest single parts of the budget. Second, waterproofing. Before anything else gets installed, you have to make sure your space stays dry. Moisture issues are extremely common in basements, and skipping waterproofing can lead to mold, rot, and major headaches down the line. That's why waterproofing isn't just nice to have, it's foundational. Third, insulation and ventilation. Unlike your above-ground rooms, basements sit against soil and cooler air. Bringing that space up to comfortable living conditions means investing in proper insulation and ventilation, so your heating and cooling systems work efficiently and humidity doesn't become a problem. Fourth, structural and safety upgrades. Cracks in the foundation, uneven floors, low ceiling height, or lack of egress windows don't just affect aesthetics, they affect safety and code compliance. Addressing these early not only protects your investment, but keeps your project on schedule. So what will your basement remodel actually cost? A few real examples of how cost varies by size. A 400 square foot space might run $3,000 to $9,000, ideal for a compact office or reading nook. A 700 to 1,000 square foot basement, big enough for a media room or mini apartment setup, typically falls anywhere from $7,000 to $23,000, depending on finishes and features. Larger footprints with bathrooms, wet bars, or guest suites naturally push the budget higher, simply because materials, fixtures, and labor add up. When you go past 1,000 square feet, you may see the budget rise to $34,000 or more. Those categories aren't hard rules, but they should help you frame your expectations before you start collecting quotes. Here's what you need to factor into your budget. Let's go deeper into specific cost buckets you're likely to encounter, starting with plumbing and electrical. These are essentials if you're adding a bathroom, wet bar, or laundry area. This kind of work ensures code compliance and everyday usability, but it isn't free. Materials and licensed professionals matter here. Next up, walls, ceilings, and floors. Choosing drywall and a drop ceiling will cost differently than decorative finishes or custom lighting. Flooring options, from engineered wood to moisture-resistant vinyl, vary quite a bit, so factor material quality and durability into your budget decisions. Windows and doors also matter, especially if you're installing egress windows. Egress isn't just about letting in daylight, it's a safety requirement for bedrooms and large living spaces in basements. Those windows are pricier than typical ones, but the safety and code benefits are worth it. And don't forget permits. They may feel like a nuisance, but they're part of making sure your project meets local building codes and keeps you covered in case you sell the home later. Before we wrap up, here's a pro tip. There are ways to manage your budget without compromising quality. Consider an open floor plan where possible. Fewer partition walls means less framing and labor. Choose mid-range materials that balance durability and cost. And take on DIY tasks like painting or installing trim only if you're confident you won't compromise safety or code compliance. At the end of the day, finishing your basement can be one of the most impactful investments you make in your home, not just financially, but for everyday living. With thoughtful planning, a clear budget, and the right team, you can turn that underused space into something you love using every day. And that's what real renovation confidence looks like.